Good, thank you. All right, so when it comes to presenting, like I said yesterday, the goal is not to just pass on information. The goal is to ensure that when you present, your chances of getting the person buy or believe or accept whatever that you are presenting or seal the deal, your chances are high. That's the goal. At the end of the day, it will not make a lot of sense to you if you present to so many people and almost nobody joins. We want to ensure that your presentation skills are so high that if you present, when you sit in front of somebody, when somebody make a mistake to give you their attention, you can make them even sell something just to, to get on board or to buy your product. This may not necessarily mean exaggerating whatever you are selling, but presenting it so nicely that the value of the product or service that you are promoting, the value of your M Global opportunity, the value of your C24/7 comes out, that a person doesn't wish to spend a day or even two or even an hour without testing it. I remember the first presentation I attended of Alliance. That presentation, I will never forget it. I'll never forget it. This guy made the presentation so sweet that I didn't have money to go back home. The transport, I didn't have money for transport. The money I had was even little. I had to sacrifice that small money I had just to buy 1 capsule of C24/7 so that I can test it. That's how sweet and amazing the presentation was. On top of wanting to buy the package, on top of being excited that I'm going to be part of a huge organization, become a millionaire, I was so excited because of the presentation. So the presentation we give determine, like I said yesterday, they determine how soon the person will join the business. They also determine how many accounts they will join with. They will also determine the excitement they will have. It's like your first exposure. Remember, they always say you never get a second chance to give the first impression. So you want to ensure that if a prospect listen, the chances of saying yes, the chances of saying yes to your business, to your product are so high. The only way to do that is to give an impressive presentation. Okay, so quickly, let's look at what can make you, give such a presentation. You must make a sale. That is the goal at the end of the day. A sales presentation must attempt to persuade a prospect to buy or to join your business. You are not presenting just to impact knowledge, but your goal is to close the deal. Keep that in mind. In the back of your mind, you should have it. At the end of the day, I want this person to make a purchase of a C24/7 or a purchase of a package or a purchase of global packages. That should be in your mind. Okay? So it means you are going to leave out all the necessary information and make sure you consider, you speak out everything that you would want to hear in order to make a purchase. Okay, so how do we give an impressive presentation? The first virtual and the audible impression, you need to ensure that you are audible enough. Okay, you are smart. If you are doing this maybe at face-to-face, you are smart, you are very smart. That's the first impression. I told you, we can never get a second chance to make the first impression. Okay, so make sure, I talked about this yesterday and I tried to expand it, so I didn't have a tool. Dress to sell. Dress to sell, whether you are going to use if you're on a Zoom, I told you yesterday, if you are on offline, dress to sell. Okay, speak to sell. Let everything about you sell. You yourself, you dress to sell, you talk to sell, all together. You speak to sell. Speak with the passion, speak with enthusiasm, and speak with energy. This kind of presentation, there is a way they grab attention, there is a way they capture our energy, and we end up making a decision, even when the timing was not perfect for us. People make sacrifices for a good presentation. If a prospect can't make a sacrifice for your presentation, just know your presentation lacked something. I repeat, if a prospect, after you present, they are not having that drive to want to make a sacrifice for that which you have presented, then your presentation is still low. until you reach a point where you present, and even a person who doesn't have the money for a package, he says, I'm willing to sell ABCD. He says, I'm willing to borrow money. He says, I'm not talking about over exaggerating whatever. Give your presentation value to a point that a prospect can hardly resist saying, I'm going to do ABCD to get this opportunity, to get this product. I don't know whether you get what I'm talking about. So how are we going to do? Make sure the impression is very important. Your energy, your passion, your enthusiasm, all this, they contribute to an attractive presentation. Remember, we are talking about how to present, how to give a killer presentation. Next thing I want you to do is when you are presenting, never sell one account. If it is business part, never sell one account. What do I mean when I talk about the one account? But make sure your mind energy, your mind focus, the spotlight has been put on multiple accounts, 7+. Bring out the benefits of 7 accounts. Talk about them with more passion. I told you, even if you have one account, you have already understood the benefits of you having multiple accounts in the step 3 of first steps, but also the importance of you having people on your team with multiple accounts. That is going to help you a lot. So don't sell one account. Just talk about it. This is how you join. You can start with one account, but go when you reach to 7 accounts. I want you to speak like it is the best. When you reach 7 accounts, 15 accounts, 31 accounts, these are the packages that are going to bring speed in your business. Next thing is never sell one box of a product. You are talking to a prospect, I mean to a customer, you know they have a problem and you are selling one product. You know what you are leaving behind? Encourage them to buy more products. Because you know, at the end of the day, this is going to be good for them, but also good for you. In a way that even if the products are run out of stock for some time, the person is going to be able to finish the prescription that you have told him, and even the results are going to be better. Okay? So never sell one box of a product. If you are going to sell a C24/7, let it be attached with Living Coffee. The combination, the prescription always goes with a certain product. A good presenter is always going to present the value of more than one product. Those of you who are, let me use an example of a garage. When you got the garage, they're not selling you one product. They're not selling you one product. They are going to give you the service. Let's say you are repairing your spare part that got a problem. After repairing, what is next? They are going to sell you the oil. They are going to sell you the tire. What are they doing? They are selling you multiple products. That is how business runs. Because there is a product that follows a product or a service. Multiple accounts and multiple boxes are the way to go. Okay? Why earning commission for one account when you can earn multiple commission for multiple accounts? In sales and marketing, we write our own check. So it's like you choosing to say, I want to be paid. For instance, for a person who joins with 15 accounts, you start saying, your mind is like, I'm going to live away 650 times, you know, how much is that? Times 15. Okay. That much money, you are saying, I'm going to leave that amount and I'm going to settle for 650 kwacha only. It's not realistic. Are you seeing that? It's not what? It's not realistic. It's not realistic. I'm going to live for is it 42,000 Malawi? 42,000 per pair times 15 account. If a person joined with 15, that's how much you are going to live, and decide to settle for only 42,000. So write the biggest check possible. Write the biggest check possible, because this, you are not employed. At the end of the day, you are going to be happy if a person said, I am interested in multiple account. Next, know your client, KYC. Know your client's full names. Use them during the chat. If it is on Zoom, call these people by name. Are we together? If it is face-to-face, engage his name or her name. If it is use people's name, it is a presentation that is engaging with the other party. It is so attractive and you want to keep listening to such a presentation, okay, use their occupation, have they been in MLM, use it. What you get what I'm talking about? Remember, we are giving a killer presentation. What was their experience? Do they know your prospects? Do they know M Global? Will you know their needs and will you focus on them? Know your client. These are some of things that you have to have in the back of your mind when you are presenting. When I know what I'm doing, when I know the person seated in front of me, the disease is cancer, or their problem is diabetes, or their problem is finances, I am not going to start talking unnecessary things. I am going to nail on their problem. I am going to bring out the solution in my product and my services and my opportunity that suits their problem. I don't know if you get what I'm talking about. So I'm not going to waste time talking about unnecessary things. I am going to, particularly in the limited time I've been given, to ensure that by the time I am done with my presentation, I have already solved this problem of the client even before they make a purchase. So they have already seen a solution. Remember, you are not presenting C24/7. You are presenting the solution C24/7 offers to the problem of the person that is in front of you. If you are following, go and type in the chat room, following. Quickly, what is your catch? That's the other thing I want you to put back in your mind when doing a presentation. Everyone is selling alliance. What is your catch? What makes you unique? What is going to make people want to be, join you particularly? What is unique? When let's say two people have invited the one prospect and this person has to decide, even if they don't tell you that there's another person who invited me, what is your catch? Let me give you a story. There's a presentation, there's one day, I was in Malawi back in 2018. And this particular gentleman had seen the presentation. I had presented to him like almost 4, if not 5 months ago. He was in Blantyre and I was living in Lilongwe. So around the 22 hours, close to 23, that's about 11 p.m. at night, I received a message on WhatsApp. This guy is saying, Mr. Kasinde, after a long time, we have not been talking for a long time. And this guy sends a message, Mr. Ashraf, are you still in Alliance? How much is joining with 7 accounts? Where are you? That was his message. I was in Lilongwe, I was preparing to go to bed. And I told myself, this is a deal. I am not going to sleep. I'm going to straight away go to Blantyre. So I responded to this gentleman. I told him, you know what, Mr. Andrew, I'm in Blantyre right now. Can we meet tomorrow at exactly 8 a.m. in the morning? He said, okay, fine. I'll be there. I gave him the venue. We agreed the venue, and yeah. Immediately that night, I had to go and board a bus. In Malawi, it's a bit different, not like Zambia. Zambia, I understand buses don't move at night. I had to start off at 11 p.m. at night to travel to Blantyre. 6 a.m. I was already in the city. I checked in at the lodge. I did I took a bath. I changed my clothes. I dressed up. I stood up, ready for the appointment. 7:30, I was already at the venue. 7:30. The meeting is happening at 8. 7:30, I was already at the venue. I want to explain the point of catch. Are you seeing that? And I waited for this guy. 7:40, 8 a.m. It reached 8 hours. Is nowhere to be seen. 8:10 is nowhere to be seen. 8:20, I called, he's not picking. I called once and I didn't call again. I kept it. I said, let me hold on again for more 10 minutes. 8:30, the guy called. I'm at the gate. Where are you sitting? Come at the restaurant. We sat. The first thing he told me, he said, Mr. Kasinde, I'm sorry. I was passing somewhere. There are some guys that I was supposed to meet concerning the same issue of joining the business. These guys, we had agreed to meet at exactly 7:30. I waited for them, and you know, they were nowhere to be seen. 7:30, I've been there up to 8. They were nowhere to be seen until I left the venue. And now here I'm reaching at our appointment. They are calling me. They're busy calling me. I said, oh my goodness. Now, this is not about time management. Okay? But I'm showing you the catch. That thing only, because I showed this guy, I told him, yeah, I was here already at 7:30. And he said, wow, I love that. So that was a catch that made him want to be part of my team. He wanted to join me, wanted to work with me, because there was something that I presented in front of him that made him feel like I am different from other people. I am different even from those people that wanted to recruit him. And so I left Blantyre with 7 accounts from that one thing that I portrayed. So when you are doing a presentation, I want you to bring out your catch. What is it that makes you unique as a person? What is it? Why should I join you, not other people? If it is a team, why should I join your team, not other teams? If it is a company, why should I join your company, not other companies? You know, what is your catch? Your catch, people who are in fishing business, they call it a bait. A bait is what attracts the fish to come and hook itself on the hook, and it is caught. So what is it that makes you very unique? Everyone is selling MLM. What is your catch? Everyone is selling investment schemes. What is your catch? I want you to have that in back of your mind. Some selling points when you are doing your presentation. Number 1, share our big testimonies as a company. Share the big testimonies of the company. There are so many results. There are so many testimonies. Use them as your third party. Third parties that help us to show proof. Talk about them. Even if you are not playing a video, you can talk about the story of Elias, the story of Duncan, and all that. The story of Barnabas, the story of Major Robothas. These people have been able to prove that the opportunity can pay us huge amount of money. Share their testimony. Support system. Talk about our support system, our training program, our first step system. AIM Conquerors, we have a program that is going to help you from the word go. We have a course. This course, you know, some of you have heard me use the first step course as a catch for our team, where after the presentation, I tell people this course, we set it at 50,000 Malawi Kwacha. That's about 1,000. But guess what? If you join our team, if you join us today, if you join us this week, you are winning this course free of charge. We are going to mentor, we are going to coach you, and here is a copy. And the person's like, wow, when I join, I'm going to have that copy. It's going to be mine. They are going to coach me. They are going to mentor me. It's a catch. Your loyalty, I mean legality. Talk about the legality of the company. Your dashboard system, use your dashboard. Show people your DTC. I told you about DTC. Let it be used as a tool. It's among the 9 success tools recommended in the first steps. Your payment system, we AIM Global pays daily. Your upline, my upline is very supportive, is always there for me, and I know that you are joining a team with the right leadership. Next is your aim. I've already talked about the system of the team. The timing, you are joining at the right time. This is the time when we are taking things at the next level. You are pioneering the system, the positioning, the strategy that is being used, the comparative advantage. Utilize these to be selling points. And lastly, but not the least, try as much as possible to close the deal immediately. Don't start saying, so when are you going to get the money? Okay, I'll be looking forward to see you join the business. That's not a killer presentation. People who sign up, people who recruit 10 people in a space of less than 1 month, people who recruit more than 10 people, they don't do such. Give people reasons why they need to act now. Give your prospect reasons why if they don't join now, it's like the opportunity will not be there tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? That's why sometimes you sit in a presentation and the leader comes and closes and you're like, wow, when will I do that? How will I close people and they join immediately? Some of you have been searching presentation where a leader after closing, people are saying, I want to pay instantly. Pompo. Those presentation, the leader has made a call to action that needed immediate action or response. What do you do when your prospects when you are done with the presentation? When you are done presenting the 1 year scenario, what is supposed to be done is so important. Those remaining few minutes are important more than you will never get another chance to get your prospect to a level of excitement than that time when you are just done with your 1 year scenario. There will never be another time when they're excited like that. So you have to drive on this excitement that a person has at that immediate time, to show them that the best time to act is not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, but immediately. Why? Because if you let them leave your presence and go, what is going to happen that side? You have no control over it. What their spouse will tell them, you have no control over it. What they will watch about network marketing, OM Global, you have no control over it. So what you can do is to ensure that at least the first time, make an attempt to get them make a commitment. There is this mindset I want you to remove in your head, assuming that, oh, this person, they came unprepared. Oh, I invited them. I didn't tell them that they need to have money to join. If you have that in your mind, you are thinking like a prospect, my friend. You are thinking like a prospect. You are not thinking like a leader. You are not thinking like a conqueror. You are not thinking like somebody who believes in himself and what you are doing. Because if you do, remember I told you, until your presentation makes a prospect, you want to make a sacrifice for it, it is lacking something. Immediately. Oh my goodness, their presentation we have done, and somebody says, I'm transferring 15 accounts. Immediately now I'm sending the money. 7 accounts, I'm sending the money now. Are you getting the point? So ask people to join instantly. Give them reasons. I mean, if they're going to join next week, what are you going to feed your family during this week? If they're going to join next year, the next 12 months, what are you going to feed your family? Are you getting the point? Because the company is saying that person in front of you is your next car. I don't want you to look at them as a car. I want you to understand what I mean. Are you getting what I'm saying? So I want you to present knowing that this person, if my children are to go to school, I need to show this person the right vision. I need to show them why they need to join today, not tomorrow, so that I can make a sale, but not just a sale. I'm going to be there to support them so that them too, they can also make money. Let them pay cash or at least give a commitment fee. Even if a person has put a 20,000 Malai Kwacha, or 50, 100, or even a 1,000 Zambian money, it's okay. Let them make a commitment. However, majority will not pay cash. So give an option. You have bank transfer, you have where to money, it's okay. Fill the form with them. Presenting to queue. How are you going to recruit 10 people in a short period of time and remove the reigning king of the SC club, the club 10? You have to follow up on those that didn't pay immediately. Closing a deal is a process. So sometimes people are going to pay, maybe, circumstance can't allow them to pay immediately. So you have to ensure that you keep in touch, protect them against what will happen after they have left your presence. Even when following up, remember you are selling. Always ask people, how far have you gone with your registration? Ask them, not all the time, not every time you are talking, every day you send a message, you are just asking them. Follow-up is not about that. Build a bond that when you drop in a message, how far have you gone with your pro? I like hooking people. I can tell like 5 people, hey, my friend, I have 4 people that are going to be making their payment within the next 2 to 3 days. How far have you gone with your registration? Maybe if you can pay before these people, guess what? I can have these people spilled over under you. That simple script that I send to 5 people, trust me, if these people have been building, maintaining them well, I'm following up very well, I'll get somebody who says, yes, or 2. You get a point? Don't promise heaven and earth. When I say I have 4 people who are about to make their payment in the next 2-3 days, one of them promised is making the payment tomorrow. If you can do yours today, I can even spill over 2 or 1 of them under you, because you know for sure, even if they don't pay tomorrow or the other day, still more, if you are still active in the business, you will spill over somebody under this downline of yours with time. So that can make them want to act now. If you are following the training, go in the chat room and say, apply, I'm learning a lot. So act now. Closing a deal is very important. Closing a deal is very, very important. Some of you have left money on the table because you are just playing with money. Someone who has money can even join 7 accounts, but you play with them 1 week, 1 month, 3 months. A person who was supposed to pay immediately, they take 10 months until they meet your upline. Then the upline close and give them a reason to pay immediately. And then they're like, I wish I met you before. I would have joined the same day, because that time I even had more money. I could even put in 15 accounts. But what are they trying to say? The person I met that time could not give me reasons to pay immediately, could not give me reasons to join immediately. And so I've been dilly-dallying and I've procrastinated because the presentation was not persuading. Are you with me? Next thing is you must be aggressive, persuasive, and bold. Aggressive, persuasive, and bold. If you follow these things and you do them during your presentation, even if you are far from your upline, you are far from a top leader, you are going to build your team, you are going to close deals, and you are going to have sign-ups. Don't sell fear. Don't sell doubt during your presentation. Let this person know that what they are. You know, I like asking people who are in the presentation when somebody asks me, so what if I join and I don't get somebody? Some of these questions, we covered them in the course of Mastering Objections. It will be coming back soon. I like asking them, tell me, if you went to a doctor, okay, a doctor, and this doctor tells you to lie down, maybe is a dentist, okay, is specialized in removing your tooth, making sure they are in order, everything. Are you going to ask them this question? Is simple. The fact that they have showed you that they are professional, the fact that you believe that they are doctors, you are going to open your mouth confidently without doubt and give them your teeth. They do whatever they want with it until they tell you, I'm done. That's when you close. Why? Because you trust them. So I want you also to trust me, because I know what I'm doing. You know, I've been in the training of the company. I know these products. I know this system. And I want to tell you that when you join me, when you join our system, you are going to get a result. Sell confidence, sell boldness. Please. This, already someone is growing in this training. There's somebody who is already becoming a global ambassador through this training. If you are following, please go and type, I'm following. The other thing I want you to do is never be shy to try and try again. So ladies and gentlemen, there are no limits to what you can accomplish except the limits that you put on yourself. Okay? So think big and go massive. That is the short course that I wanted to share with you quickly as I bring on Coach Moses, who is going to guide us through in the next few minutes on how we can present perfectly and professionally our company profile, so that when a person listens to your company profile, they don't doubt it. You know, they want to be part of that company because the company is tested and proven. So without further ado, let's quickly welcome our Coach Moses in the chat room with a lot of excitement. Coach Moses is one of our great leaders, and I know having him share with us how to become good at presenting the profile of the company is a huge privilege. Coach Moses, the floor is yours. Thank you very much.